Lisa Brady. I am the superintendent in the Dobbs Ferry Public Schools in Dobbs Ferry, New York. This is my 11th year as a superintendent, and I've seen a lot of change over the course of 11 years in both the role of the superintendency and the expectations of leadership in educational institutions. It is interesting to me how over time the idea of operating in a mode of fear and gatekeeping, especially in and around the role of technology in our schools, has really impeded the ability of school districts to move forward, and that over time it has been important for people like myself and people in leadership roles to embrace the role of social media in what we do, and to really be leaders in terms of stopping the gatekeeping that has traditionally been part of the role of superintendents and administrators in our school districts. I think trusting people and being able to let go of what we consider to be safe norms for schools has been a challenge for many. And certainly technology has forced those of us who are in these kinds of positions to really look differently at trusting teachers, at trusting students. I remember probably 15 or 16 years ago when I was at Hunterdon Central in Flemington, New Jersey, when we put 2,000 netbooks into the hands of students and was really one of the first student one-to-one pilot programs in the country. And people thought we were crazy and thought that kids would do all kinds of inappropriate things and wouldn't be able to really manage the responsibilities that came along with those increased technology resources. And of course, the experience that we had was exactly the opposite. We had already put laptops into the hands of teachers 2 or 3 years prior to that, and began a program where teachers took those devices home and treated them as their own. And it was a big shift for educators and for school districts to begin to let go of what was traditionally in their hands. You know, often many of my colleagues now talk about we live in a world of abundance where knowledge is all over and everyone has access to it. And as school leaders, it is important that we also direct our own learning and our own professional development using those tools and recognizing that everything that we need to know as learners, all of our own professional development as leaders is really very social. Those of us in superintendent positions who are not using blogs, that are not on Twitter, that are not using wiki spaces effectively, really are not demonstrating the kind of leadership that is important for our schools, for our teachers, for our parents. The use of electronics across school organizations is really moving us from that idea of the fact that knowledge is abundant. The teacher and people like myself do not hold the keys any longer to what people know and what people share. And so, in the bigger picture, without demonstrating leadership around the use of technology tools is really doing a disservice, I think, to our profession and certainly to our schools. Connected leaders today, connected superintendents are online. We are sharing online. We are collaborating online and using those tools in order to enhance our own professional learning. There are every thought leader in the world is available to us through simple tools like YouTube, and really just taking the time to be able to explore and look and curate and be able to apply what we know to what we do every day in our buildings and in our districts is critically important. But the idea that the superintendency and the ivory tower of the superintendency is just something that is no longer relevant. And I think that it's important that we demonstrate, be comfortable with, and trust the fact that those who are around us are smart people. We're smart people, and we want to share what we do, all of us, every day.